Hi everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood hanger Hobbit here, and welcome to the last of Old Harry's buying guides, this time for America! Yes, deliverers of freedoms! Oh Lord, after that British-Japanese one, this one will be a welcome change because it won't have to be nearly as long. They got some good things, but a lot of them unfortunately are event vehicles that I'm afraid you can't get, or things that have been pulled out of the game, which likewise you can't get anymore. But remember, the same rules apply. If you want to know if something's good for Cass, go ask Joe. Harry don't do enough of the tonks to worry about, so I don't know about the tonks. And if it's below tier 3, it's not for grinding, it's for funsies. Speaking of funsies, let's get started. Galler's F3F at just 125 GE. Yeah, this one's an easy recommendation. Good Lord, you got a biplane with Freedom Cowl. Yeah, great freaking climb, good in a turn, can do surprisingly well in the top speed department for a biplane. And I have had nothing but all kinds of fun in this bird. This thing has been an absolute blast. And look at how pretty. I mean, doesn't that just look nice? For 125 GE, this is a great little toy to pick up. Oh, and Thatch, Jimmy Thatch's Buffalo, the inventor of the Thatch Weave and the Big Blue Blanket. This one is also an easy recommendation. It's only 200 GE. Yeah, I know some people don't like the Buffaloes. I have taken these things into like 3743 and laughed my butt off as Bert was like, why are they trying to turn fight with you? Why is there a Thunderbolt trying to turn white with a Buffalo? That is so stupid. Yes, it was stupid, but it was funny. And guess what? I smacked that Hitler bolt down real good with this baby. 3 freaking Freedom Cowls plus a single 7.62, which, just join them together. Throw all of it downrange. Works real good. Not got the greatest to climb, but surprisingly agile. And not too bad in the top speed either. So for just 200 GE, this is an easy recommendation. Finally for tier 1, B10B. This one, the answer to this is easy. Do you like the tonks? If you like playing low tier American tonks, here you go. Look at that bomb. 2,000 pounds. Rush the cap. Get the points to take this out, then laugh hysterically when everybody comes to pile up on the cap, and you pull like the PE-8 and just nuke everybody with that damn thing. In RRB, no, look at this. See how big of a blind spot you got right here? You're also not good from the sides. There's way too many blind spots for this to be good in RRB. Although it is surprisingly fast for a bomber, you can almost turn this into like a dive bomber in RRB. But personally, I'd rather have one of the low tier SBD Aka wagons for RRB. But for tonks, for tonks, it is quite fun. I have no complaints about it in the tonks. Now we come up to tier 2, Key 43-2. No. I got it because I had the other Japanese birds. I wanted to complete the collection. Problem is the price. 500 GE. It's only 2.0 BR, but you only get 500 rounds. And with them Ho MGs, they can be kind of sparky. And 500 rounds in this thing. This thing has got a fast fire rate. You will go through that ammo super quick. That said, it is very agile. It does have an insanely good climb rate for its BR. But now that you have to face things like CW2OPs, HE100s, God forbid you get an up tier and have to face the BS180s, no. If it was a little lower on the price, I would say, it could be fun because I have had fun in mine, but I just can't see justifying 500 GE for this thing. No. Instead, I would say, get this beautiful baby. The Silver Samurai KI-61. Yeah, it's 150 GE cheaper at 350 GE. You get 1,800 rounds instead of 500, which, believe me, makes a hell of a lot of difference when it comes for you staying in the battle. And yeah, surprisingly agile too. Good Lord, look at that poor video where I was having to take on 4 of them when Pete and pals got kind of distracted and left me all on my lonesomes. So yeah, this thing can actually do quite a lot of work. And for just 350 GE, it's not hard to recommend. I have had way too much fun in this thing. It is not a bad bird. You will need to side climb a bit, especially on really big maps, but once you get this thing above 4K, you don't even have to worry about the whip. You can ride the whip all day. It'll never overheat. So yeah, this one's not hard to recommend. This, on the other hand, oh, don't you like the skin I got for it? Yeah, I found that on War Thunder Live. Isn't that pretty? I got it because I got a 75% off on it. So yeah, I got it a lot cheaper at 50%. Oh, good God. 1,950 GE for a tier 2. Why is this a tier 2? It's a 4.0. It should be tier 3. If it was tier 3, I would say yes. I would say yes all day, because I have taken this thing into 5.7 and 6.3, and it kicked plenty of butt. It will is not as good a climber as the Skyrocket, but that turn rate is just retarded. And anything you can't outturn is something that you can outrun. And with those freaking guns, yeah, they got a rather low fire rate, which actually works in your favor. I've done 6 kill runs in this thing without having to reload. Yeah, this thing kicks like a freaking mule when it comes to them guns, but at that price, good Lord, you could get 2 tier 3s and still have money left over. So, yeah, as much as I absolutely adore this bird, I would have to say no. Now we come to tier 3, and frankly, one of the easiest recommendations in the game. The Xp50 Aka Skyrocket. Why are you watching this? Why have you not bought this yet? Oh, good God, look at my video where I took this thing to 5.3. I'm bit-slapping Doras. I'm smacking down Giuseppes. I'm taking 2.64s and beating them to the frickin' base and ripping them to shreds. Yeah, this thing is just a little wee tiny itty-bitty bit overpowered at 3.7. And yeah, even at 5.3, this thing kicked royal kinds of booty. And at just 850 GE, this one is not hard to recommend at all. Yeah, you will go out there and you will bully. You will be above everybody. It takes you a little bit to get used to the Skyrocket way of doing things, but it's not hard. Go up to space, kill everything in space, then work your way down. Yeah, good climb, good dive. Did I mention it gets near spawn? Because it gets near spawn, which makes it just that much sweeter. Yeah, this is a buy all day. And at just 850 GE, an absolute steal. Now, we bring love from Emperor of America. Yes, A6M2 Akutan 0. Yes. Now, while I absolutely adore this thing, I would strongly suggest that you fly the one in the Japanese tree first, so you can see if the Zero way of doing things is for you. Because I know some people don't like the whole turny-burny thing. And Zeros live by turny-burny. Yeah. And you have to remember, with those cannons, you need to be katana range. Because those mod ones are low velocity. So yeah, you want to be about 200 to 300 meters max to be firing them cannons. Above that, yeah, just use the pew-pews. But yeah, for just 650 GE, it is not a bad bird. That is not a bad price for a tier 3 premium. Personally, if you like the Zero way of doing things, I'd say, yeah, I would get Skyrocket first because, yeah, Skyrocket is better than this thing in every possible metric. But if you've already got Skyrocket, it's a nice one to add to your collection. Unlike this pile of trash, say hello to the BTD, or as we call it on the Discord server, the bloody terrible dive bomber. Why is it bloody terrible? Well, if you don't turn on all the instructor crap, it can't even fly in a straight line. Yeah, not kidding. Go turn off the instructor crap. Then take this on a test flight. It literally can't even fly in a straight line because it will not trim itself out and it'll just flip over and crash. It only gets 400 rounds, which you're like, yeah, it's 20 mil A&M too. Look at how far out they are on the wings. Yeah, it makes trying to get convergence a whale pain in the butt on this thing. And its bomb load sucks. You cannot kill a single freaking base with this thing. Even if you use the mines, you cannot kill a single base in this thing. The only way I could possibly recommend it is if you're a masochist who's really hard into naval, because this thing does get 2 torps. But considering how retardedly powerful the freaking AA is in naval, I seriously doubt you'll ever get to use them. So yeah, even at 875 GE, even at 300 GE, I wouldn't recommend this thing. If you absolutely want it, it comes up in war bonds. Get it there. You will be glad. I paid $1 for this. I want my $1 back. This is worthless. It's terrible. This, on the other hand, is not terrible. Say hello to the 109 F4, or as we like to call it, 109 Burger Time. Oh yes, because it delivers delicious freedom burgers to any of those nasty Axis that try to cross its path. Yes, it don't get the cannon pods, but honestly, you don't need it. Put stealths on the freaking 7.92s, air on the 20 mil, join them together. You will rip all kinds of booty with it. Great climb, great agility. You will have to watch the temps because if you ride that WEP a little too hard, it will overheat. But all in all, I've had an absolute blast with mine, and at just 650 GE, same as the Akutan. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. In fact, I would probably recommend this over Akutan, but if you've already got Skyrocket, either one of them will give you quite a lot of fun. This thing I have a love-hate relationship. Its guns are amazing. I have gotten so many kills with the turret on this thing, it is not funny. I have to say the new matchmaker has helped it out an extreme amount, because before the bane of your existence was the zeros, because the zeros could do that whole flip under you and then just shoot you from the freaking bottom where you have no gunner. But now, since the Americans fly with the Japanese all the time, that's not an issue. This thing rips through the Germans and the freaking Russians, no problem. But it's inferior in every way to the one in the tree. You get no WEP, unlike the one in the tree. You get no dive breaks, unlike the one in the tree. And you don't get the bombs, unlike the one in the tree. So, yeah. While I only ended up paying like, I think $1.50 for this thing because I got a discount for it, plus I already had some GE sitting around from a golden battle wager, at its price of $1,250 GE on sale, whack a talisman on the C1. It's better than this in every possible metric. I like having it because, well, I'm a collector and I like having all these birds in my collection. In fact, I counted up all my planes and my tanks, and I'm up to 155 bloody premiums now. So, yeah, quite a few I've got. But, yeah, for somebody who's just wanting to buy something that's good for grinding, yeah, this would not be it. Just whack a talisman on the C1. It'll be a lot more useful for you. Now, I don't know if they are going to bring these back for the sale or not yet, because they haven't really announced which birds are coming back. Starting with the ugly duckling, the P-47M. You notice how I got bombs and rockets strapped to mine? Yeah, I have bombs and rockets strapped to mine for a reason. Without its air spawn, this thing is hosed. Look at that BR, 5.7 BR with a 15 meter per second climb. Yeah. You know what you can face at 5.7? Yeah, you can get up here to 6.7. In fact, most of the time you'll be at 6.3, which means you're facing the Ta 152s, the Wonder Waffles, the G56s, yeah, K4s. Guess what all those birds have in common? They all have much better climb rates than you. Yeah, this is a boom and zoomer. Yeah, kind of hard to boom and zoom when every enemy is 5K above you and you can't pull up for them because you will stall out because this thing is heavy. No. Just no. The only way I could ever recommend this bird is if you just absolutely love 5.7 US tonks, because I have taken it out since I have the Black Cat and the T20, and yeah, with that combo, it's decent. It's a good cast bird. Look at the rockets. Look at the bombs. It's good for cast. RB? No. Daddy's Girl. Oh, I love Daddy's Girl. Yeah, they usually bring back the Weapons of Victory either on the birthday or on the Christmas sale. This one, it's hard not to recommend. If you want to do cast, it gets bombs and rockets just like the P-47M, so you can use it with your tonks. But look at the climb rate. It's got a freaking 3 meter per second climb rate better than the P-47M, and it's a full 1.5 BR lower. Yeah, don't have quite as much ammo, but good lord, 650 cals, they're still going to kick some butt. All in all, yeah, this one, I would say that would be a better one to get. Oh, the Spitfire Lf. This thing is an absolute monster. Look at that rate of climb. 31 meters per second. That's not an exaggeration either. This thing climbs like a bat out of hell. It's not clipped either, unlike the freaking Great Pretender. So the turn rate is still just freaking amazing. And instead of those crappy freaking British 50 cals, you got 4 30s as well as 2 20 millimeters, which I strongly suggest ground target, with 240 rounds of ammo. The only problem? 3450 GE. Jesus, tap dancing Christ on a cracker. Ouch. See, it didn't cost me nearly that much because I had a 75% off thing and I had already ground up some golden battle wagers. So yeah, this thing cost me like $6. But yeah, this would be hard to recommend just unless you just absolutely love Spitfires. I mean, I could see you wanting it for that reason, but at 5.7, again, you can face G56, Ta 152, Wonder Waffles. If you get a full 6.7, you're going to be facing the Kika. And yeah, while this thing is great in the climb and incredibly agile, it's not going to be catching Kikas. Yeah, its top speed, not the greatest. So yeah, if you've got everything else and you just absolutely want a freaking Spitfire in the American tree, I can see it then. But for that price, ouch, just ouch. Now we come to two that Old Harry don't have, one of which Old Harry's not going to get, and one of Old Harry's going to get. Starting with the D20 Na. This baby will set you back $15, but you get 2,000 GE with it and 15 days of premium. Honestly, that's not a bad deal. I mean, it's basically just about the same as the D10. I think the D10 has slightly more horsepower at altitude because it's got a different supercharger, but honestly, they're damn close. So yeah, you can use this in the tonks. It gets the rockets and the bombs. It's got a good climb rate. It's decently agile. All in all, it's a good bird. And if you want something to grind out your jets with, I could see you doing it in this and having yourself quite a good time. Because I know I've had myself an absolute blast in the D10. And with that 2000 GE, you could use that to grab you another couple birds to line out your thing, or maybe grab you a tonk. So, yeah, I would have to say this is really not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. And finally, we get to one that old Harry's going to be picking up the second the sale starts for USA. Yes, the USA 190, the Freedom Wolf. Oh, and look at that color. It's red. Oh, isn't that a pretty red? Yes, red makes it go faster. And yeah, look at that. 4 151s, 213 millimeters. Oh, yes. Now, this is old Harry's kind of jam. At 2450 though, I don't know. Personally, you would probably be better off getting the D20 Na, because you get a lower battle rating, plus you get the GE, and the days of premium. But anybody who's seen my videos with Jappa Wolf or the NC900 knows that, yeah, Anton is home for Harry. Harry loves the Anton. I will always be Team Anton. Doors are, they're alright, but give me an Anton any day of the week. There's just something about the Antons that I just absolutely adore. So yeah, since I ground out all those frickin' Gaijin coins during that stupid Build a BS event, I am treating myself to this big red beautiful bird. Oh heck yes. And if you do pick it up, 2450 GE ain't too bad for a tier 4. Especially if you like the Focke Wolves. I would strongly suggest, like with the A6M, fly the one in the German tree first. Get yourself a feel. See if the Focke Wolf way of doing things fits you. Because, yeah, just like with all the other Focke Wolves, it lives and dies by the roll rate. You don't want to be trying to do everything straight turning. But remember, your flaps are unbreakable, which is quite nice when you're getting into that high speed, which it will compress a little at about, I've been told about 800, but yeah, that's still pretty damn fast. So yeah, I'm sure I will have quite a lot of fun in this. Well, I hope these buying guides have helped you with your shopping. Hope you picked yourself up a lot of new toys. And I hope to see you up there in the clouds. Have a good one, y'all.